MyIndiaMyGlory.com reports, by the 19th century, Britain was established in most parts of India, but it was difficult to leech revenue from such a dispersed populace. They wanted to implement an educational system that could train locals as English-speaking tax collectors and create a class that would do their dirty work. An 1826 Madras Presidency census revealed one primary school per 1,000 population, whereas England didn't even have an educational policy at that time. Shudras consisted 65% of the school population. Only 24% was Brahmins, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas. This shattered the general impression that Brahmins dominated the educational field, and the census was quickly hidden away, never to be made public. Traditionally, every village temple was sponsoring a Pathshala, Gurukul, or Mat. On average, 35% of the land in a village belonged to the temple. Income from this revenue-free land paid for temple rituals, festivals, and teacher salaries. The temple libraries were called Saraswati Bhandara and included a Jyotishi, a Vaidya, and a delivery nurse with remuneration paid by the temple. Free food and shelter was also provided to travelers and pilgrims. Temples managed regional development functions such as irrigation projects, building and maintaining water tanks, canals, land reclamation, post-disaster relief and recovery. This was paid for by donations of pilgrims and villagers. Temples were the epicenter of primary education, skill development, and vocational training. Every family used to send a boy for at least 3 years. The first thing the British did was to suppress the census report. In England, factory workers were simply leaving their children in a room before going to work. Next, the revenue-free lands of temples was reduced to 5%, so that the temples barely sustained themselves. Gradually, temples stopped sponsoring gurukuls and pathshalas. After a petition by a Cuttack-based lawyer, Mrinalini Padi, the Supreme Court put forward a 12-point reform proposal for the Jagannath Puri Temple, which includes abolition of the hereditary rights of the servitors and ban on any private offerings to servitors of the temple management. A priest of the Jagannath Temple, Narasingha Pujapanda, has submitted a petition to the Chief Justice of India seeking permission to end his life. We beg from them. It has been continuing for more than 1,000 years. The court and government are trying to stop our only source of income. How will we survive without income? Pujapanda mentioned in his petition, adding that his only source of income was from the gifts of devotees and donations inside the temple. The same priest had in March threatened to immolate himself when the Archaeological Survey of India sought a permit from the Odisha High Court to assess the condition of the Ratna Bhandar, the treasury where the gold and other valuables of Lord Jagannath and his siblings are kept in safe custody. We conclude today's segment with the truth from the source. Temple is not the place where you offer flower. Temple is the place where you flower.